Hello, Mr. T with another factoring tutorial. This time we're going to be working with quadratic functions that are organized as a difference of two squares. Before we get into factoring, let's examine a pattern that we have here. We have two factors that are the same contents, but one of them is added and one of them is subtracted. Let's look what happens if, now that this is in factored form, let's look what happens if we multiply those and put those back into quadratic form. So using FOIL, we would have ax times ax, so we have a squared x squared. Now we have ax times negative b, so we have negative abx. Now we have b times ax, so that's a positive abx. And finally, positive b times negative b, we have negative b squared. So those cancel each other out, so we're left with a squared x squared minus b squared, and we could write this as ax quantity squared minus b squared. So this is what we're talking about when we say a difference of two squares. We have a difference here, meaning subtract, and the first term is a perfect square and the second term is a perfect square. When we have that pattern, we can use the pattern that happened here with the multiplying to do the factoring. We're always going to get two factors if these are perfect squares where both terms have the same x value and b value. One factor is going to be positive and negative. So if we look at a couple examples, if we look at a simple one, x squared minus 9, now that's a difference of two squares. This is x squared and 3 squared. So this is again x squared minus 3 squared. So that's going to factor into x plus 3 times x minus 3. Okay, let's look at another example. Let's assume we had 4x squared minus 16. In this case, this is 2x squared minus 4 squared. So now we can factor that into 2x minus 4 times 2x plus 4. Let's just do one more. Let's say we had 25x squared minus 49. So again, this is 5x quantity squared and 7 squared, so that's going to factor into 5x plus 7 and 5x minus 7. Again, if we FOILed all of these out, we would get back to our original polynomial. Just one word of caution. If we had, say, 25x squared plus 49, that's a sum of two squares. This cannot be factored. We could try all kinds of combinations, and this will not be factored. If you tried 5x plus 7 times 5x plus 7 and FOIL that, you're going to get a trinomial. So this one is prime. So make sure before you apply this rule that it's a difference of the two squares. It's once you find this pattern and recognize it, is one of the quickest and easiest to factor. Have a good day.